Guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Everything would start in the Tournament of Power. Goku had been able to activate the Ultra Instinct against Jiren, but after a certain time, he would be defeated. However, on this occasion, Master Roshi would die. Goku's anger would get totally out of control, starting to emanate a gigantic power. His hair would turn a silver color, hinting that he had achieved the Ultra Instinct. However, in his mind, an evil and very powerful entity would be present. Kill them all! You are the 7th god to awaken the Ultra Demonic Instinct. End this whole damn tournament and the king completely! Goku would begin to eliminate warrior after warrior, without any mercy. Daishinkan would worry when witnessing how Son Goku's power had changed drastically, making him remember the power of the 6 fallen gods from millions of years ago. Great Zeno-sama, it'll be better to eliminate Mr. Goku, since the energy he emanates is pure evil, and his power keeps rising in a great way. This could be dangerous. No, Daishinkan, don't bother my friend. He can do whatever he wants. But Great Zeno-sama, did you not listen to the Great Zeno-sama? You better keep quiet. Goku, to raise his power much more, his hair would turn a dark purple color, which would leave all the angels very surprised, who were able to recognize that state immediately. Mr. Goku must die, as his power has been able to access the forbidden or demonic Ultra Instinct. What are you talking about, Whis? I'm not able to understand anything. It is the Ultra Instinct beyond an angel, but the evil energy that invades your body is so much that we'll not be able to do anything against that total destruction. Goku was able to end Jiren's life with a single blow, for which his god, Belmaud, would demand that Son Goku be eliminated. Goku would rise into the air, charging a great attack, throwing it towards the entire platform, eliminating all the warriors present. But at the moment, Goku would hold Kefla, of which he had been completely captivated. That's right, she was the most powerful Saiyan woman he had ever known, but he did not allow her to be eliminated. But everyone was surprised to hear how Goku had been able to summon the great dragon Zama from the Super Dragon Balls. That's right, that forbidden technique granted him the knowledge of the divine. Now remove the king from the hole, from the past, present, and future, so we could be free. Goku, in the language of the gods, would ask for his wish, which left everyone much more surprised. Both guardians would quickly rush against Son Goku, while Daishinkan would approach the dragon Zama. Great God Zama, you should fulfill the wish of those who gather the Super Dragon Balls, not the wishes that destroy everything created. That individual you told me about has been difficult to eliminate, since he has a power similar to that of my creator. But I have fulfilled your wish. Damn it. This all Volvaron, the great Zeno-sama, is not able to eliminate things. He just sends them to a place called Eternal Seal, and as long as Zeno-sama lives, that seal could never be broken. Both guardians began to exchange hundreds of blows with Son Goku, who, with a little difficulty, was able to dodge each of the blows. That's right, the power that the Forbidden Ultra Instinct granted him was so much that he was even able to face the guardians of Zeno-sama. But what is wrong with our father? Why does he have that terrified expression? I know it's not Mr. Goku, he's afraid of someone much more powerful than him. All the angels watched as a guardian fell heavily towards some rocks, being very badly injured. Damn! I'll not allow you to hit my brother like that! You already eliminated the great Zeno-sama! I swear to annihilate you for that! They don't have to have the power to do that, but I'll eliminate you right now, you worm. Goku was able to put his hand in the heart of the Guardian, with which, at the moment of withdrawing it, both Guardians died. Since both were connected to the same thread of life, Goku would observe the Great Priest throwing himself towards him. but Daishinkan with a single blow had sent him flying. With several wounds all over his body, Goku would try to recover from that blow, but he would spit out large amounts of blood. The angels and the gods praised him since his last hope had begun to give the action on the battlefield, while Kefla, I watched as Goku was totally slaughtered. Goku is a bad person now, but he saved me. I can't let them finish with him. Kefla would release all her power, with which she would throw her most powerful attack towards Daishinkan, which no effect had arisen. That's right, she had not caused any scratches, fords. She would lock Kefla in a barrier so that she would not be a hindrance. We can't do anything against that, Saiyan, but we can do something with you, so you won't be a hindrance anymore. Goku, realizing how Kefla had tried to help him, his power would grow a lot, with which he was able to brush the cheek of the Great Priest. However, with Daishinkan exchanged blows with Son Goku, he thought about how he had been able to achieve such a state, which had not appeared in millions of years. That's right. The 6 gods of Zeno-sama sealed were Saiyans just like they are for Goku. For that reason, the order was given to Beerus and Champa, since they were children, to eliminate the Saiyans. Because of Beerus, we are in this big problem. Goku would be able to hit him an effective blow in the stomach, but it had not been powerful enough to send him flying, while from a large black hole, 6 subjects were watching the battle of both warriors. How do you like the power of our new war brother? Sounds good to me, but he hasn't been able to unleash the true potential of the forbidden Ultra Instinct yet. I don't have to be sorry about what can happen. I'm sure that in the Eternal Seal they must have weakened quite a lot, so I better end this Saiyan's life. Daishinkan would quickly charge a large sphere of angelic energy, throwing it to Goku, who, with all his power, would also throw a great power. The clash of the powers was incredible. However, the power of Daishinkan was able to completely overcome it. The large sphere being centimeters from colliding with Goku's body, a warrior was able to stop the attack with only one of his hands. And from the dust, 6 silhouettes could be observed. The power was felt all over the place. It was overwhelming. A surprising pressure would fall on everyone present. So this is what the High Priest was afraid of. The powers they possessed was unreal. Damn, they have not diminished their power at all. On the contrary, their power has continued to steadily increase. Don't you know that our power is unlimited? We do not know the word defeat or the word impossible. Even your Jessie, the first and only Saiyan woman to be able to achieve this state of the Forbidden Ultra Instinct, possesses an amazing power. But of all the warriors, it could be observed how one of them walked all through them, with his power increasing hundreds of times more. So long without seeing you, Great Priest, for nothing. Thanks to our new brother, we have been able to return to these universes. Yamoshi would approach towards Goku, asking for his name. But we'll call you Kakarot. It's a worthy name of a Saiyan, and of having awakened the Forbidden Ultra Instinct. Goku would turn to observe Kefla, who would stare at him. However, at that moment, he would be taken out of his thoughts by Orochi. Are you even seeing that stupid Saiyan? Don't worry. Today you'll be able to have a good time with Jessie, a Saiyan, that her power goes beyond a priest. Yamoshi would start with a quick movement. He was able to hold the Great Priest by the neck, which would begin to leave him without air. The angels and gods joined the attack, but despite throwing energy attacks, punches, Yamoshi's power did not increase. Don't get in the way, worms! From an explosion, she would be able to finish off everyone with the exception of Whis, who was able to extract in time, but a big shield protecting herself along with all the warriors of Universe 7, Kefla, who was in that sphere, likewise suffered severe burns, which almost left her on the verge of death. Kefla would observe Goku fixedly. Goku, I know you're not a villain. I trust you. Don't let yourself be manipulated by these bastards. Goku, hearing the last words of Kefla, would expel an incredible power, so much so that he would even catch the attention of Yamoshi. I could tell that you're the leader. Why the hell did they hurt Kefla? Now I'll finish with each one of you! Don't say stupid things. That Saiyan didn't deserve to be with the user of the Forbidden Ultra Instinct. Dying was the best thing that could have happened to her. Goku's hair on this occasion, instead of turning dark purple color, would turn a greenish color, which with he was able to multiply his power hundreds of times more. And what is this transformation? That's not the Forbidden Ultra Instinct. Flashing steps! Goku having incredible speed, he gave a blow to Yamoshi, making him able to fall hard to the ground. The other Saiyans were going to attack them, but they would be stopped by Yamoshi. Brother Kakarot, I'll forget the blow you've given me. Let's get out of here and forget all this misunderstanding. No, damn you! I'll finish with you! Okay, Trash, if that's what you want, we'll do it. Yamoshi would begin to grant him hundreds of blows, which destroyed Goku's entire body. That's right, it seemed that his fists were made of metal. Goku would fall to the ground very badly injured, while Yamoshi would throw a small sphere of energy, but his power was incomparable. Goku would throw a great power, to which Daishinkan would join, as he would be sent flying from the blow of Goku. I'm thinking of ending this damn thing myself. Clash of Energies lasted 3 minutes approximately, in which a big explosion would be created, of which 2 incredible dragons could be observed. Goku would be sent to a universe on the verge of death, while Yamoshi seemed to be in optimal conditions. But when he arrived, with his other companions, he would fall to the ground. That's right, Goku's last kick contained destructive energy, which was able to pass through Yamoshi's imposing defense. The Saiyans would leave quickly, while Daishinkan would change his appearance to a very serious one. Whis and Beerus, you're the only gods who managed to survive. You better organize yourselves well, because if we don't do something, we'll all die. So it will be, Father. Now we are leaving. Everyone would leave quickly to Universe 7. At the moment of arrival, Bulma would receive them with a great banquet since she thought they had won the Tournament of Power. However, she realized that everyone's gaze was very serious and Goku was not next to them. What's going on? Where is Goku? Goku reached an incredible power, but the same power corrupted him and he became a being of absolute evil. We must stop him. That's right, Miss Bulma. Mr. Goku went completely out of control. Meanwhile, on a planet of Universe 3, Goku was bleeding out. He even had lost his 2 arms due to the great attack of the dragon that he had received from Yamoshi. While in the lair of the Saiyans, Jessie had felt the power of Kakarot, so she would decide to help him since his power was about to disappear. No, Jessie. Kakarot fought Yamoshi and was about to knock him out. Something bad can happen to you. I'm not a coward like you are. Jessie would begin to move at full speed towards the point where she felt the power of Kakarot. After a few minutes, she was able to locate it, but when she arrived, she was surprised to observe how that Saiyan, despite having lost both arms, continued with an unwavering fighting spirit. We're accomplished by those cursed ones. Have you come to finish me off? Then do it once and for all. Of course not, sweetie. I came here for you to be one of my men. That's right, you will be manipulated by me. What are you saying? Silence. Emperor Eye, brain reset. Kakarot's entire cognitive system would be wiped out. That's right, he'd forgotten his friends and his family. The only thing he was focusing on was Jessie. Now I'll have to recover. I'm able to see my arms on that rock over there. With the Super Saiyan God, I'll be able to regenerate. Goku would access the Super Saiyan God, with which he began to heal all his wounds and join his arms successfully. Goku, with the power of the Super Saiyan God, was able to completely regenerate, so at the moment, Goku wished to have something with the Saiyan goddess Jessie. Now is not the time, Kakarot, as you must have restored completely, but you have left me surprised. None of us possess regenerative abilities. I would notice that you merged with the egotistical doctrine state. Rather, you took it as your base state, unlike mine, so I'm able to access my other transformations normally. Then let's go out of this pathetic place and start eradicating everything in our path. Of course I do. Goku would begin to fly, which would leave Jessie surprised since the speed he possessed was incomparable, so he had left her far behind. Jessie, despite doing her best to reach Goku, was impossible, so Goku would come back for Jessie carrying her in his arms. Jessie would blush a little, but in front of them a big planet would be observed. Damn planet! You've put yourself in front of the powerful god Kakarot! Disappear! Heavenly scream! A scream from Ozoro Incredible was able to destroy the planet. How are you able to destroy the planet with simple sound waves? Yamoshi would wake up with a jump, feeling the incredible power of Kakarot, for which he would begin to fly to the top of the planet, recovering a very changed Kakarot, since this time he was much thinner and his hair was a red color. Damn, you caused me incredible damage. I'm gonna end you right now. My brother! I don't know what happened, but ask for an apology. Yamoshi, without caring about Kakarot's words, he would grant him a great blow. Goku, realizing the power of Yamoshi's blow, would quickly access the Super Saiyan Blue, with which he was able to resist that blow. That's right, the blow had only been able to turn Goku's face a little, which left Yamoshi surprised. I don't want to have to battle with you, brother, but if that's what you want, let's fight. Until you became to your senses, you didn't need any other Saiyan, because you look at Jesse's beauty is unmatched. Another Saiyan? I don't know what you're talking about. Forget about it, Kakarot, but it will be better to descend to the planet. Returning to planet Earth, all the warriors were training very hard, but Vegeta and Gohan decided to leave to the time room to increase their powers in the shortest possible time. The Kakarot insect. How was he able to get all that power? Hell, what happened to my dad? Gohan, I know you must be very worried about your father, but we can't put all 12 universes at risk for Kakarot. I agree with you, Mr. Vegeta, so I'll do whatever needs to be done. Both Saiyans started with their great training, while Beerus and Whis headed towards the Supreme Planet, encountering the Supremes. But Beerus was looking for a Supreme who was able to release all his hidden power. Supreme, please, the God of Destruction asks you to release all my hidden power, as this is life or death. I understand everything that the universe is going through. Apparently the Saiyans with the forbidden power have returned. Of course, I will release all your power. The Great Supreme Being would begin to release all the power of Beerus, which took about 1 week to be a God of Destruction. As all this time passed, Beerus felt a little lighter. Now I wish you to concentrate and expel all your power, as if it was going to cause a big explosion. The God of Destruction would obey, by which he would begin to raise his power in an incredible way. So much was his power that even on this occasion he had transformed. Whis was very surprised to realize the new appearance of his God of Destruction, but there it would not stay, since his power continued to rise after having access to this transformation. Hundreds of planets of the 12 universes were beginning to be destroyed. All that power even perceived by Daishinkan, who was surprised. I knew that the Beerus race, they were very powerful, but to achieve this result, in only 1 week of training is unreal. Thank you very much, Supreme. What's up with all this power? Mr. Beerus, to be honest with you, you have surpassed my power, so I will likewise undergo rigorous training in the angelic realm. I understand, Whis. Wish you luck. Whis would leave for the angelic realm. Returning with the Saiyans, Orochi was not so comfortable with Kakarot's presence, as Jesse was very close to the same. How do you like Kakarot if we sleep together tonight? It would be a pleasure for me, my dear Jesse. Orochi, even realizing how Jesse was mocking in front of him, would raise his power to the maximum, even accessing his legendary mode, in which he had no reasoning whatsoever. Orochi rushed against Jesse, taking her by the hand, and not caring that she's a woman, he would drag her across a large part of the planet, which made Jesse release large amounts of blood before continuing. Kakarot would appear in front of Orochi, granting him a powerful blow, sending him to the end of the planet. Damn, Orochi, what the hell's wrong with you? Kakarot, end his life! Kakarot would accede to the forbidden Ultra Instinct, but his hair color was still a green color. Both of them began to exchange hundreds of blows, while Yamoshi quickly approached with Jesse. Jesse, stop all this! You know that Orochi in his legendary state's the most powerful, dangerous one of all, and even though Kakarot possesses all that power, it won't be enough. And they were amazed to observe how Goku had sent Orochi flying with hundreds of serious wounds all over his body. I don't think so, Yamoshi. Since Kakarot power is growing by the second, he's even more talented than us. The battle of both Saiyans would begin to wreak havoc through the universes. That's the power of Son Goku, but apparently he's fighting a Saiyan, and he's also very powerful. Orochi would be able to connect a blow on his stomach, but to everyone's surprise, Kakarot would give a big smile. Is that all? Don't make me laugh. With this blow, I'll send you to the other world. Don't raise your hand to Jesse again. A large claw in the form of a beast would begin to descend on the atmosphere of the planet, which at the moment of colliding with Orochi's body would pulverize it. That's right, Kakarot had mercilessly reduced it to simple dust of the universe. That's impossible. He was able to end Orochi's life? Kakarot is amazing. I can't believe he has so much power. Hell, we haven't gone to the true King Zone at all yet, and we already have a low, so in 3 days we'll go, so I want you to charge all your power. 3 days passed quickly. Yamoshi would summon a great Ozaru, which, by throwing a great roar towards the center of the universe, was able to cause a great three-dimensional fissure, through which they would enter, managing to access the dimension of the one true kings of the whole. But the instant they arrived, they would all be separated, and only Kakarot remained next to Jessie. But in front of them, a beautiful woman with the appearance of a little girl radiated an incredible power, that even Kakarot was not of standing up easily.
I am the first queen of all, and the most powerful. So tell me, what do you want?
We only have the order to wipe out all the kings of the whole of this dimension, so right now you'll die.
They have an incredible power, and being able to enter this dimension means that they are able to defeat the useless Zeno-sama.
Jessie, a little upset, rushed against the Queen of Everything, which Mayuki, with an incredible visual power, made her fall into a powerful illusion, which was causing incredible damage. Kakarot, realizing this, would throw himself against Mayuki, but to his surprise, he was treated as if he were a simple child. That's right, the power of the first Queen of Everything was unequaled. Kakarot, he would return to his base state very badly injured, but Mayuki would Goku, realizing that he was under the mental power of that other Saiyan.
Now you will obey me, since my heavenly eyes are the most powerful of all the existing eyes.
That's how Mayuki destroyed Jessie's power, getting Goku to his side. But to everyone's surprise, the second king of all, who also possessed incredible power, would arrive with Mayuki very upset. Mayuki, some very powerful Saiyans have been able to wipe out all of us. Only I was able to flee.
What do you mean ran away? While everyone else is dying, you're a scumbag.
Yamoshi would still get to the place. Kakarot, Jessie, some very powerful Saiyans from another era have appeared, but their power is incredible. They're able to finish off each king completely in one blow. But Yamoshi would get out of control when observing Mayuki, since in his memories that queen had completely ended the life of his father, Kiraryusi, the first Omega Saiyan god. Yamoshi rushed against Mayuki, but to his surprise, Mayuki would touch Yamoshi's face.
You are Kira's son. You are identical to the father. I'm sorry for not being able to save him.
What the hell are you talking about? It was you who ended her life.
I see that you are completely wrong, since your father, the first Omega Saiyan, was able to save my life, sacrificing himself.
That means that this whole trajectory, even mastering the Forbidden Ultra Instinct, has served absolutely nothing. Of course you're wrong, brother, because with the power we possess now, we have to finish off those evil Saiyans that the Second King tells us about completely. But behind them, two Saiyans would appear. What touching words, but it's a pity that you don't have enough power to stand up to us. They are nothing more than simple insects. But both Saiyans got down on one knee when observing Goku, while everyone was very amazed. Great Kakarot-sama, tell us, what is it that you do in this place? We'd understood that you'd be staying at the palace. Miyuki would remember the legend that was said millions of years ago, even before she became a queen of the whole, which was about a powerful warrior who possessed a tail as if it were a monkey. But the power he possessed was unreal. Even kings of the whole had been annihilated by one of the blows of that warrior, which was called Kakarot, the Saiyan Destroyer.
I never thought that the Saiyan had a great kinship with the legendary Kakarot. But if it is called Kakarot in the same way, what's going on here? From the sky of the place, a powerful warrior had appeared in the battlefield. On this occasion, surprised Yamoshi and Jessie.
If she is identical to the same Saiyan who was with Kakarot in the tournament, what happens to Zaiko and Kumber? Who do they kneel in front of? They should only do it before Kakarot. That's why we're on our knees, Kifuru-sama. You're not gonna fool me. You're a cheap copy. So Zaiko and Kumber, finish everyone else. I'll take care of this Saiyan. Jessie and Yamoshi, you face Kumber. He's the weakest Saiyan. And you, Mayuki and Bellin, face the other Saiyan. I plan to face this Saiyan.
You're crazy. The power that emanates that Saiyan is even much more powerful than mine.
I plan to give my life in this battle, so don't worry. Goku would begin to raise his power, in which his hair would also turn green. You really are not Kakarot, since he never used such a transformation, and your power besides his is a misery. You don't deserve to look like him. Goku would begin to exchange hundreds of blows with Kifura, but Kifura was only playing with Kakarot, while the other warriors, without trusting themselves in the slightest, had used their greatest powers to finish off the two Saiyans with a single attack. But they had run out of energy.
Kefura would realize that his companions had been eliminated. I can't believe Zyko and Cumber have been annihilated by you simple worms, but that happens to you by week. Thanks for everything, guys, but this is taken care of by me. Goku would throw a small sphere of energy, making all the warriors able to get out of that dimension. Now yes, how about taking a hit with all my strength? Goku would expel much more power than his body could handle. With that power, he won't be able to move. But without waiting to be hit, Goku was able to deliver a blow to Kefura's chest by completely going through her. Both of them would fall to the ground while Goku's internal system seemed to collapse. Hell, thanks to Kakarot-sama who made me immortal, otherwise I would have died already. But I want to know what's the difference. Kefura would approach Goku's badly injured body, realizing that it was the same feeling, which would leave her surprised while the other warriors had landed on the planet of the Supremes. Yamoshi, along with Jesse and both Kings of the All, had landed on the planet of the Supremes, in which, in the same way, the beings of the Kingdom of the All, along with the warriors of Universe 7, were in that place gathered.
But if it's Akumo, are they coming to finish this off?
Father, it looks like they're coming from a big battle, as he has wounds all over his body.
Damn it, we left Kakarot with that crazy woman. She had no chance at all.
But if you are Daishinken, the son of Daiku-sama, my first priest.
But if you are the Queen of All original, to what do I owe this pleasure? But why is she accompanied by that Saiyan?
I don't know what Yamoshi has done in his past, but it's not time. A very old seal has been broken by breaking the seal of these Saiyans.
What does Mayuki-sama mean by all that?
The seal that you destroyed with the death of Zeno-sama has been linked to another seal from millions of years ago, and by breaking this seal, that seal has likewise disintegrated.
It's a bit confusing, but I've understood.
I'm glad to know that, as we will need all the power we have available, as we will be facing a being that even surpasses my own. With all the respect you deserve, how do you want us to deal with the power that even surpasses you? I'm able to observe everything that has happened, and I can notice how you and your god have raised their power in a great way with that slight training.
Well, Mayuki means that we know that you can overcome your limits. We know that you're able to overcome the power that you possess. Trust in yourselves.
That's right. I'm counting on you, and Daishinken, I have great confidence in you, since Daiku-sama always talked wonders about his firstborn.
Rest assured that I'll not disappoint you, my lady. I'll do everything to exceed your expectations and become much more powerful. I'll train together with Daishinken and all the other angels.
Okay, I will help the guy named Beerus and the warriors that are found all over his universe. What has happened to all the other universes? As far as I can tell, the liberated Saiyans have destroyed everything in their path, with the exception of Universe 7 being the ancient home of Kakarot.
I'll train on my own, since I seem to have plenty in this place. Of course not. I know that you're being that even surpasses the power of Zeno-sama, but I'm able to release all your hidden power. I appreciate your help, and I'll do whatever you ask, since our future and everything created depends on this battle.
Meanwhile, with Kefura, she is already completely regenerated, being able to stand up, but she was still very confused because when she met Kakarot, he also called her Kefura. Kefura, when he was about to leave, a Saiyan with fur all over his body would arrive on the battlefield.
My lady, what's happened to you? And who is that damn copy of Kakarot-sama?
Damn, now I understand everything. This is not a copy of Kakarot. We have traveled to the past. This is the Kakarot of this time.
What did my lady say? That's impossible.
Gogeta, hold Kakarot and let's go immediately.
Both warriors left where Kakarot was, but at the moment of arrival, the silver hair of a being very similar to Goku could be observed. But his essence radiated absolute evil. That's right, the power that this Kakarot possessed, that absolute evil.
Gogeta, what the hell are you doing holding a trash? My Kakarot, the trash you mean? You're yourself, but from the past I don't know what has happened. We have gone back in time. No, Kefura, we haven't gone back in time because we, being able to break space-time, and that seal being destroyed have fallen into this timeline.
Kakarot would move closer to Goku.
How pathetic you are, and that kind heart? Of course I recognize it's me.
Goku, with a big jump, would take a little distance and release all that power he had collected in the course of the trip.
So this guy's a counterpart of me. But if I leave him alive, I know he'll end up with everything I want and love. So I can't leave him alive. You're trash. If you promise to be my slave, I promise to not end your life. In case you refuse, I'll make you suffer as you have not the slightest idea. Goku, without caring about Kakarot's words, he would accede to the forbidden Ultra Instinct, with which he launched himself against Kakarot with all his power. Gogeta was about to intervene, being stopped by Kifura. Don't worry, Kakarot. He wants to check the power that counterpart of himself possesses. Goku, with his maximum power, threw millions of blows that even for Daishinken, it would be impossible to dodge all of them. But for Kakarot, it was simple child's play. That's right, Kakarot's power was so great that Goku's speed seemed that of a simple child. Kakarot, with a simple movement, was able to send Goku flying with 100 of wound all over his body. Hell, I plan to hit him with all my might. I won't let him make fun of me. Goku would activate the Kaioken increase to 500 times, with which his bones were broken. That's right, but he was able to connect a powerful blow which sent Kakarot flying to a part of the universe, observing how he had destroyed that planet with a simple impact. Miserable. You don't know how many millions of years have passed for a guy to be able to beat me. Now I'll torture you. Kakarot, with his great power, was able to create several strands of energy of a red color, with which he was able to neutralize Goku and tie hundreds of energy chains to his body, which caused an immense power to Goku. You better kill me, because when I'm able to free myself, rest assured that I'll end your miserable life. You'll never be able to free yourself from this eternal torture, so you better get used to all this pain. Goku's screams could be heard all over that space. That's right, Goku was being tortured in an incredible way. Meanwhile, in the 12 universes, Yamoshi, along with all the angels, started with a rigorous training. Being that we will face, it surprises everything we know. I ask for an apology for everything I did in the tournament, and to you, priest, an apology for everything that happened hundreds of years ago. It's amazing that a being like you, who's arrogant, apologizes. Apparently the warrior that we're going to face is really powerful. That's right, since his power is able to eliminate us with only one of his fingers, we'll have to raise all our power. My other brothers and I have decided to merge. They will all join my body, and when this warrior is over, we will return to normal. Excellent. With that, I imagine that will increase their power in a way never seen before. A great pentagram would be formed in which all the angels began to join the body of Whis, which at the moment would expel a gigantic power, with which he was able to bring Daishinken to his knees, which left Yamoshi very surprised by the brutal increase in power. It's amazing how the fusion of all the angels has created a powerful warrior. No, Yamoshi, as I explained before, they have joined me. I still keep my body. No, I can't breathe. How is it possible that the pressure of all the angels together are able to completely bend me? Whis would decrease his pressure considerably so that the great priest was able to move freely. However, it was not so simple for him. Father, that's all I can decrease my pressure since I'm not used to this power. I cannot decrease it anymore. This workout will be hell. I won't be able to do anything. I feel like even though I don't have so much pressure on me, my bodies are fracturing. It's better to train under pressure since all cuerpos have the gift of adaptation. I know you'll not die, Daishinken. I trust you. Meanwhile, with all the royal Mayuki and Belian, both all kings were equally having a great workout along with Beerus, Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo. Hey Saiyans, don't you think it's better to integrate those two Saiyans to the training? No, of course not. Although the blood of the warrior race runs through their body, they're simple children. The multiverse has changed so much, since as a child I had to face much more powerful beings to be able to survive. Mayuki-sama, one question. Don't you know where my father is? I know where Kakarot hasn't died. I can still feel it. I trust them. I understand how you must feel, Jesse, but it's something practically impossible, since the power of that Saiyan even surpassed me, the first queen at all. Mayuki, you possess an eye similar to mine. Try to feel the visual interference. With the power of Kakarot, even I'm able to feel it. Mayuki, without any hope, would try what Jessie had told her, but to her surprise, was able to feel Goku's presence and even feel a little of his pain, because at that moment, he vomited a little blood. What happened? Are you feeling alright? Jesse, you were right. Kakarot is still alive, but he's being tortured. I don't know how he's able to endure so much, since I was only able to feel slightly of what to do with him.
That warrior named Goku is incredible, since even Mayuki was said to possess the most resistant body of all the multiverses.
That's right. The resistance that Goku possesses is incredible.
Kakarot, don't go and die. Bear up. You're one of the most powerful warriors, so I trust you, insect.
Returning to the place where all the other Saiyans were, we can observe Goku very badly injured, while incredible amounts of blood were coming out of his body.
You really are amazing, but I don't have to be impressed since you're like me, and I would never give up.
I hope you enjoy every torture you're giving me, because very soon all this will be alive.
Ha ha ha! You dare to threaten me?
Do you want me to kill you in front of your loved ones? If you do that, rest assured that your death will be a gift, since I'll never finish with you. I'll torture you 1,000 times more aggressive than this.
That's interesting. Well, I'm curious. We've already given several months for them to prepare, so it's time. My lord, do you want me to open the dimension?
That's right, Gogeta. It's time to enter the 12 universes. When we get there, I want the first universe they blow up to be Universe 7. I don't want them to leave any worms alive.
Gogeta, with a large part of her power, was able to open the portal through which everyone would come out. At the moment of arrival, all the planets of the 12 universes began to tremble with an incredible power, so much so that even some of them even exploded.
So I decided to come out of that dimension because we have become very powerful in the same way.
Jesse, without waiting a second more, would quickly head towards where they were releasing that incredible power. Yoshi would try to stop her, but it was impossible for him, since the Supreme was releasing a large part of his hidden power. Hell, apparently I won't be able to release all my hidden potential. Don't worry, Yamoshi, everyone else will go, so focus on releasing all the power, as you will be of great use. All the warriors at incredible speeds were coming to the center of the 12 universes. Jessie, when she arrived, was able to observe Goku in terrible condition.
I swear I'll kill you! Doesn't matter that I'll have to die!
I see you have several beings that are approaching. Don't worry, I'll let those garbage arrive to exterminate them in one attack. Kakarot would wait patiently while everyone else arrived at the battlefield. But the moment of Whis' arrival, a gigantic power was perceived in all universes. So long no see, Whis. I see you've been able to push your limits like an angel. I know you're not the Goku I train, so you better be prepared to die. That hurts, Whis. Very soon you'll know the truth. Gogeta, let's start the attack. As my lady orders, today we'll annihilate the divine world. And that's how both sides began to raise their power to the maximum, with which everyone was destroyed. The Supreme Planet was about to be destroyed, but Beerus would stand in front of the planet. I'll protect this planet. Release the power of Yamoshi. Beerus would expel a large part of his power, with which he was able to withstand that great expansion of energy. The mighty Beerus was even willing to give his life so that Yamoshi would be able to unlock all his hidden power. Flashback. I don't trust you. You tried to destroy all of us, but now you want to collaborate? If you have to die, I'll let you die. You are right. I wanted to end the whole divine kingdom for a revenge which made no sense. And I understand, but I'll give my life for you. And flashback. Which stupid man has not kept his word? And I intend to keep mine. I'll give my life for the world which I wanted to destroy. Yamoshi, the explosion that occurred a few minutes ago was of a tremendous size. I don't think I will endure another one of that magnitude. How long do you need? Resist, Beerus. There's not much time left. Please bear. But from all the distant universe, a second explosion could be observed. That's right, Kakarot on this occasion would try to destroy all the 12 universes without any exception. This would be a dignified death, dying so that a Saiyan's able to protect everything existing. I'll be remembered as a legend. Beerus would expel all his power to contain the explosion as long as possible, but he was consumed in a matter of seconds. But as the explosion was about to reach him, Yamoshi would stand in front of Beerus, spreading all the explosion of both. I told you I'd give my life for every being in this world. Stupid. My life's worth nothing. You have to release all your hidden power. How do you think I was able to evade all that explosion? Beerus, powerful and respected god, would you give me the honor to fight by my side? I hope you're able to keep up with me.
Yamoshi would help to recover each of the energies of Beerus. At the moment, both warriors would quickly go to the battlefield, observing a being similar to Goku on a throne, observing everything while two Saiyans were able to humiliate all the other warriors. Even Whis and Daishinken, the most powerful warriors, seemed to be humiliated. Yamoshi, furious, would raise his power to the maximum, which would catch Gogeta's attention, quickly granting a blow to Vegeta and Gohan, coming to exchange blows with Yamoshi.
So you're the most powerful than the other Saiyans, so I want to face you.
While Kefura, he was able to face all the other warriors without any difficulty.
But Goku, where is he? Since I understand that warrior who's sitting on that throne's Kakarot.
That man is able to steal Goku in order to have a very old seal, and he swallowed it.
I know what they think, that my counterpart's their only salvation, and I partly believe it. And I'm not gonna take any risks whatsoever.
Mr. Beerus, we must free Mr. Goku from that seal, because if he's able to take the Forbidden Ultra Instinct to a higher level, I know that he could do something against these guys.
But how will we know that, Whis? We need an overwhelming force.
That's right, but at along that moment, Daishinken would communicate with both of them mentally, as Daishinken along with Gohan and Vegeta were facing Kefura.
I plan to be the hook. Channel all your power in my right fist. I have Thinker to give my life so that Son Goku's able to return to the fight. And the two entirely original kings.
One of them left in search for some situation to free Mr. Goku, while Mayuki is on the planet over there in very bad condition.
Hell, we have no choice, but let's do it.
Beerus, along with Whis, began to channel all their power, and the fist of Daishinken, which, feeling as his body was becoming much slower due to the excess of power, with a powerful blow was able to send Kefura flying by catching her off guard.
0 point.
Said technique was able to make Daishinken invisible for about 10 milliseconds, and it was enough time for a being with the speed of Daishinken. When the technique was cut, everyone was able to observe how Daishinken was brutally dismembered by Kakarot, which had great suffering.
I don't know how you've been able to grant me a hit, but you'll pay with it for your life.
But at that moment, a gigantic power would be released in front of Kakarot, saving Daishinken. That's right, the snatched plan of the deities had turned out.
Damn you! I'm not going to leave you alive! And after you destroyed my entire universe, why did you do it? Aren't you a version of me?
Do you really want to know? Okay, I'll tell you about it.
Millions of years ago, Goku, in the same way, won the Tournament of Power, reaching the Ultra Instinct. I revived all the universes, but those damned ones, they sought to betray me. They preferred to end my life. The damn god Belmont from Universe 11 had my whole family, so I decided to leave. But at the moment, I was attacked by my own children. While I fell to the ground, everyone mocked me. Kefura from Universe 13 tried to save myself, but in the same way, I fell on the battlefield. But I gave the perfect opportunity to run away. Since then, I was able to become so powerful that the next time I had them in front of me, I ended up with my whole family, my whole universe, and I was ending universe after universe until I destroyed Daishinken's Mandito. But the king of the whole of that timeline was able to seal me and my other Saiyan warriors.
Now I understand. When Goku asked for Zeno-sama to be eliminated, in a twin timeline your seal was also broken. That's why I plan to end each and every one of those bastards. Better you, Goku, join me, because in a very short time these people you protect today will turn their backs on you.
Jessie would put her hand on Goku's shoulder.
Goku, we would never turn our back on you. I'm not asking you to trust us, but we trust you, and you have all our loyalty.
Damn insect you are, and will be my biggest rival, just like my best friend.
It's a pity what happened to you, but that's not why you had to destroy more timelines which had no business.
Although sometimes I disagree with Kakarot's action, I'll always be on his side.
My lord, you have given me new opportunity. I was betrayed in the same way to my being able to be so great, but you rescued me. In that case, on the attack, I'll take care of my annoying counterpart.
Everyone threw themselves against each other. That's right, everything seemed to be like a pitched battle.
The kings of all surrounded and also joined the battle. But Kefura, by taking the battle much more seriously, would access the Ultra Instinct, leaving everyone surprised by the power he was able to release. Kefura, with a single blow, was able to end Gohan's life, while Vegeta was able to be on the verge of death because Gohan had sacrificed himself for Vegeta. Damn, Gohan. I told you to stay out of it. I swear I'll avenge Gohan. Furious, Vegeta launched himself against Kefura, but he was not able to do anything before that powerful Saiyan. Vegeta would be brutally beaten, falling to a rock that was in space.
Kefura, me being the first queen of all, I want you to face me. I swear I'll give all my power and my soul to end your existence.
Do you want to end my existence for the simple fact that I do not agree with your follow-up?
Of course not. And from what I've heard, you committed the crime of traveling between different timelines. I can't afford that. I will exterminate you.
I want you to try, damn it. Both women began to give an incredible battle, which it was very incredible. The rumor was that the shoulder was much more powerful, did not apply to both women, which, with that, each of their fists even cracked the same dimension. Goku and Kakarot would stare at each other.
I have to push my body to the limit one more time.
Goku would access his transformation again, which went far beyond the forbidden Ultra Instinct. That's right, his hair would turn a green color again, while Kakarot would access the Ultra Instinct, both beginning to clash their fists. But the difference of powers was clear, since Kakarot was able to dominate every exchange of blows, while Goku spat blood of excess.
I'm ready. I want to get my body used to the pain. Now.
Goku was able to access the Ultra Instinct in the same way, but the power was emanated was much greater than normal. But to this, Goku would do something crazy.
Body resists the power of a Saiyan. Kaioken increased 1,000 times.
Goku, when activating the technique, several of his bones would completely break, and despite all the pain he felt without caring, he threw himself in front of Kakarot, who was only able to see something coming towards him, trying to cover up, but when Goku's fist hit his forearm, Goku's fist had destroyed Kakarot's entire arm. Being sent flying millions of kilometers, Gogeta, watching as his king was hit in such a way, increased his power to the limit by putting himself in front of Goku trying to stop him. But Goku, wasting no time, would annihilate him with a blow from the dragon, leaving no trace of Gogeta. He really is Kakarot, as his power continues to rise in an incredible way. Kakarot would come out of a planet, expelling an unreal power. So much was the expulsion of his power that, on this occasion, everything around him seemed to tremble. But Goku, without any fear, would begin to approach Kakarot, which his aura radiated a fearsome fire. Both were face to face. Without mediating words, they began the last combat. That's right, what they didn't know was that the true and authentic father of the Saiyans was watching everything that happened. Even this one had fur all over her body, as well as a few signs all over her.
That bastard who calls himself Kakarot has pure evil in his heart. His counterpart is not able to do anything. I will have to intervene.
The father of the Saiyans would continue to observe their incredible battle that was taking place. Kakarot, in the moment, was able to hit a big blow on Goku's stomach, but Goku, without any pain, connected a blow on Kakarot's chest, completely opening it.
You're defeated. With an injury, you won't be able to fight again.
Ha ha ha. It's a pity. Do you remember when you were able to dare me in the same way? We possess the gift of immortality.
That's right, Kakarot's chest would completely regenerate.
I told you, you won't be able to beat me, so you join me, and let's rule everything that's rightfully belonging to us.
Kakarot was sent to fly with the blow, while Goku granted millions of blows to Kakarot, but no matter how much damage he did, he was not able to end his life. On the contrary, Kakarot would begin to get used to Goku's blows.
It's time to go to that universe. His opposite party won't be able to do anything. Even I don't know that he was immortal.
The World King of the Saiyans and the Father would begin to enter the multiverse of Zeno-sama, while Goku on this occasion was tortured really.
I offer you a chance to rule by my side, but you turned it down. Now you'll die.
Everyone else tried to come to his aid, as his screams were able to be heard by all the universes. But it was useless, as Kefura would stand in front of everyone else. I'm the second king of all. I self-destruct, but I take you with me, damn it. Bellion, with his great speed, would take Kefura, starting to channel all his power to destroy himself. But Kefura, without any compassion, was able to create a small explosion, which for Bellion was deadly.
You won't be able to do anything against us.
But when everything seemed lost, that's right, the powerful Emperor Ozaru would make his appearance, cutting off even the air of everyone present. That's right, with the simple fact of being on the spot, he was able to subdue Kakarot and Kefura.
What the hell is this? Who are you?
I'm the true father of the Saiyans, and I've come all this way to end your pathetic life. Or rather seal you, so that your counterpart does not share your fate. So the real Emperor Ozaru did exist.
That existence, as if it were a game, would seal Kakarot and Kefura again, while with a simple snap of his fingers was able to make everything return to normal, even reviving all the fallen warriors on the battlefield. But he hadn't finished anything yet, since Kakarot wouldn't let himself be sealed so easily. After the terrifying moment that the Z Warriors had experienced, Goku and Vegeta realized that Beerus and Whis were not on Earth. They had disappeared just moments before the shadow creatures appeared on Earth. This is because Daishinkan discovered that Zeno-sama had been killed by his father and immediately summoned all the angels and gods of destruction. In the majestic realm of all, Daishinkan, the High Priest, summoned all the angels and gods of destruction of the existing universes. The atmosphere in the hall was unusually tense, and concern was reflected in the faces of those present. Daishinkan, with his usual calmness, prepared to share the disturbing truth he had discovered. Angels and gods of destruction, the time has come to face a powerful truth. Zeno-sama, our beloved king of all, has been slain. Silence fell over the hall. The angels and the gods of destruction exchanged looks of disbelief and dismay. No one expected that such a tragedy could occur, especially at the hands of someone so powerful. My investigation revealed that the one responsible for this abominable act was Zeno-sama's own father. The news resounded like a somber echo in the room. Everyone present processed the shocking revelation. The omnipresent figure of Zeno-sama, the supreme deity, had been shattered by his own protagonist. Mohito, Sidra's angel, spoke in a worried voice. How is it possible that a being as powerful as Zeno-sama's father could have committed such an act? That is a question for which I still have no answers. But now we must face the consequences of this event. The stability of the multiverse is in danger. Arak, the god of destruction of Quitella, asked, "And what measures will we take in the face of this threat? What'll happen to the throne of Zeno-sama?" That is a question we must discuss and resolve. For now, the throne remains empty, and our duty is to maintain peace and balance. But before we make hasty decisions, we need to fully understand the magnitude of this situation. Beerus and Whis prepared to inform the gods of destruction and angels of all universes about what they had witnessed while on planet Earth with Goku and Vegeta. The Hall of the Realm of Everything was filled with celestial beings, each one expectant and worried about the news they were about to receive. Attention everyone! We have crucial information to share about the events that have been unfolded. Before we are summoned here, the father of Zeno-sama appeared on all the planets of the multiverse. Surprise was reflected on the faces of those present. Murmurs and whispers filled the room, as the gods of destruction and angels exchanged looks of disbelief. His visit was not simply to report the death of Zeno-sama. He announced the holding of the tournament that would determine the survival of the planets in each universe. Additional rumors filled the room, creating a constant buzz of concern. The gods of destruction and angels wanted to understand the implications of such an announcement. He informed the rules of the tournament and the intentions behind such a competition, but it's necessary that we all work together to get answers and face this threat. It is time to join forces and overcome this crisis. The fate of our universes is at stake. As the gods and angels absorbed the gravity of the situation, in every corner of the Hall of the Realm of Everything, conversations and plans were brewing to confront the mysterious tournament that threatened to upset the balance of the multiverse. Uncertainty hung in the air, but the determination of the divine beings was determined to face the unknown that lay ahead. In the Hall of Everything, Daishinkan, the High Priest, sensed the imminent arrival of extremely powerful entities heading for the different planets of the multiverse. His face reflected seriousness as he prepared to inform all the angels and gods of destruction present of the coming threat. Gods and angels of destruction, the time has come to face a new and challenging threat. Entities of great power are headed towards the planets of our universes, and their goal seems to be a direct confrontation with the strongest warriors of each world. The expressions of those present became serious. Aware of the gravity of the situation, Daishinkan continued with determination. It's crucial that we move quickly to protect the strongest warriors of each planet, regardless of which universe they belong to. The threat we face does not respect universal boundaries, and we must act with unity to preserve the balance. Vados, the Angel of Champa, raised his hand. How do you plan for us to move, Daishinkan? We each have responsibilities in our universes. I understand the complexity of this situation, but the magnitude of this threat requires immediate action. I suggest that every angel and god of destruction move to the planets threatened by this unknown force. We must prevent the strongest warriors from being defeated before we can fully understand our enemies. Sounds like a sensible plan, Daishinkan. If we all work together, we can protect our warriors and gain more information about these powerful entities. Each angel and god of destruction nodded in agreement, accepting the need to act immediately. They moved quickly to the various planets, casting aside universal barriers in a joint effort to safeguard the multiverse. May the wisdom and power of each of you guide this effort. Let us not underestimate this new threat. Our duty is to protect the existence of our universes. With those words, the angels and gods of destruction dispersed, leaving the Hall of All in preparation to face a challenge that transcended universal boundaries and demanded the collaboration of all divine beings. Uncertainty hung in the air, but determination to preserve the balance of the multiverse guided the powerful beings in their joint mission. The angels and gods of destruction quickly teleported to the threatened planets, each determined to protect the strongest warriors on the various planets. In the blink of an eye, the skies lit up with flashes of divine energy as Awamo and Ewin, Cognac and Quintella, Matanu and Geen, Whis and Beerus, and the other angels and gods of destruction headed toward their assigned destinations. The planet Thraxis Nocturne lay peaceful in the corner of the cosmos, its nocturnal luminosity radiating a tranquility that was about to be disturbed. In the vast space, Awamo the angel, with his small book in hand, and his god of destruction Ewin, an imposing figure with a stern gaze, detected the arrival of a shadow creature, a minion of Zeno-sama's father. The creature, shrouded in malevolent darkness, descended with malevolent determination towards Thraxis Nocturne. Ewin, without hesitation, deployed his energy of destruction while Awano stood by, hoping to resolve the conflict without a bath of chaos. Creature, your darkness will not be tolerated in this realm. Stop your destructive plans. The shadow creature emanated a guttural growl, its presence emanating an unnatural energy that distorted the space around it. The space battle began with an explosion of opposing forces. Ewin launched destructive beams, while Awamo used his speed to dodge the attacks and assess the situation. Ewin, this creature's stronger than we imagined. We must be cautious. I know, Awamo, but we can't let him destroy Thraxis Nocturne. We must give our best. The shadow creature, agile and evasive, responded to the attacks with dark energy waves that distorted space. The battle spread across the firmament, leaving traces of destructive energy in its wake. Ewin tried to anticipate the creature's movements. However, the shadow creature proved to be agile and adaptive, countering every strategy with an unmatched dark force. Our conventional methods don't work. Ewin, we need to combine our forces. I agree, Awamo. It's time to show them the true power of destruction. Awamo and Ewin merged their energies, creating a flash of light that defied the surrounding darkness. The shadow creature, perceiving the threat, intensified its own energy, generating a collision of cosmic forces that shook space itself. The battle reached a fever pitch, with cosmic explosions lighting up the scene as Awamo and Ewin struggled to contain the darkness. This struggle took place not only on the physical plane, but also on the spiritual one, where the will to protect Thraxis Nocturne was pitted against the ruthless ambition of the shadow creature. The fusion of Awamo and Ewin unleashed a dazzling energy that eclipsed even the nocturnal luminosity of Thraxis Nocturne. The gold and violet glow enveloped the divine couple as they prepared to face the dark threat looming over the peaceful planet.
It's time to show the true extent of our power, Awamo.
The shadow creature, aware of the growing threat, rushed towards them with supernatural speed. Awamo, with his keen perception, anticipated every movement of the creature, allowing the couple to dodge its onslaughts with heavenly elegance.
Keep calm, Ewin. We must synchronize our movements to counteract their darkness.
Ewin nodded and unleashed a series of destructive energy blasts that lit up the space around him. However, the shadow creature responded with amazing agility, dodging every attack with meandering movements. The battle became a cosmic game of strategy and speed. The angel Awamo and the god of destruction Ewin soon realized that in order to defeat this entity, they would need a coordinated attack that transcended the limits of their individual abilities. In a moment of perfect timing, they unleashed a gale of combined energy. Awamo channeled the energy of destruction while Ewin released violet flashes of destruction.
Focus your energy, Awamo. Let's get rid of this darkness once and for all.
Awamo nodded and joined the attack with determination. The fused energy of both angel and god turned into a spear of golden and violet light that pierced through space with an impressive speed. The shadow creature, caught in the torrent of power, let out a heart-rending howl as it was enveloped by the luminosity. The impact was abysmal, generating an expansive wave that shook the cosmos. The darkness that enveloped the creature began to dissipate, revealing its twisted and weakened form. Awamo and Ewin, exhausted but triumphant, stood on guard ready for any eventuality.
We have managed to contain their darkness, but we can't let our guard down.
The shadow creature, not visibly weakened, recoiled before the imposing presence of Awamo and Ewin. The light had prevailed over the darkness in the cosmic corner of Thraxis Nocturne. The divine couple remained firm in their duty to protect the planet that this creature wanted to destroy. However, the battle was not yet over, and the fates of the planets remained uncertain in the vastness of space. After the shocked combined attack of Awamo and Ewin, the space around Thraxis Nocturne was vibrating with the residual energy of the cosmic battle. The shadow creature, apparently weakened, remained suspended in the cosmic void, enveloped in a dark glow that seemed to absorb the surrounding light. The divine couple watched cautiously, aware that the fate of Thraxis Nocturne was still hung in the cosmic balance.
Ewin, something's not right. The darkness of that creature seems to be getting stronger instead of weaker. It seems that our attack has absorbed by her, but it shouldn't be possible. How can he transform our energy of destruction to his own power?
The shadow creature, now surrounded by a more intense aura, began to change its shape. Its twisted figure became more defined. His eyes shone with a malevolent lucidity. The darkness emanating from her was becoming denser, distorting the space around her.
You have underestimated my true potential, angel and god of destruction. Your energy has strengthened me beyond your comprehension.
The divine couple prepared for what was to come next, aware that the threat they faced had evolved. The shadow creature, now empowered by the absorbed energy, charged towards them with renewed speed and ferocity.
We need to be more cautious, Ewin. It seems that every blow we inflict makes her stronger. Understood, Awamo, but we can't allow this darkness to devour Thraxis Nocturne.
The battle resumed with increased intensity. The shadow creature attacked with bursts of dark energy that cut through space, while Awamo and Ewin responded with flashes of golden and violet light. The cosmic dance of lights and shadows painted an epic picture in the vastness of the universe. Each blow and backlash echoed like thunder in space, distorting reality itself. Awamo, with his keen perception, tried to anticipate the movements of the dark creature, but the dark entity proved to be unpredictable. Ewin, with his energy of destruction, sought to weaken the creature, but his attacks seemed to be absorbed and turned into an additional source of power. Every time we hit her, her power increases. We can't go on like this. We must find a way to counteract his ability, to absorb our energy. Do you have any ideas, Awamo?
Awamo pondered for a moment, his angelic mind working in search of a solution. Meanwhile, the shadow creature, aware of its opponent's confusion, took the opportunity to launch a surprise attack. A wave of dark energy enveloped Awamo and Ewin, distorting their perception and weakening their defenses.
Your resistance is useless. I am the embodiment of darkness. His light cannot prevail before me.
The situation was becoming more and more desperate for the divine couple as they struggled to resist the shadow creature's attacks. Awamo turned his attention to the small book he always carried with him. An idea began to form in his mind.
Ewin, I think I have an idea, but we need to synchronize our attacks in a different way. Explain yourself, Awamo.
Awamo explained his plan to Ewin, who nodded in understanding. Both God and Angel prepared to put their strategy into practice. The shadow creature, confident in its superiority, launched into the attack again, but this time Awamo and Ewin were ready to respond differently.
Now, Ewin, combine your energy of destruction with mine in a more controlled way.
Ewin nodded and channeled his energy to Awamo, who, in turn, merged it with his. Instead of launching a direct attack, they created a sphere of combined light and energy that floated between them.
Do you think this tactic will change the outcome? We'll see.
The energy sphere began to slowly expand, emanating a glowing light that contrasted the surrounding darkness. The shadow creature, curious but confident, watched the development with disdain.
The fused power is not only destructive, but it also has properties that counteract its absorption capacity.
The combined energy sphere, now reaching its maximum expansion, released a wave of light and energy that enveloped the shadow creature. This time, instead of absorbing the power, the darkness that characterized her began to dissipate.
What is this? My power should not be weakened. We create an energy that goes beyond destruction and creation, one that neutralizes the darkness that you're trying to absorb.
The shadow creature, weakened by Awamo and Ewin's strategic counterattack, retreated as the combined energy sphere continued to exert its effect. The light emanating from the sphere began to purify the darkness surrounding the entity, revealing its original form before corruption.
It seems our tactic's working, but we must make sure we contain it completely. We can't let our guard down. Let's continue with the strategy until the creature's completely neutralized.
The space battle continued, but this time Awamo and Ewin had the upper hand. His sphere of combined energy continued to exert its purifying effect, dispelling the darkness that threatened Thraxis Nocturne. With each passing moment, the shadow creature grew weaker. The light of hope began to shine in the corner of the cosmos that was once on the verge of destruction. The shadow creature, weakened by Awamo and Ewin's strategy, retreated into space, its distorted form twisting as the combined energy sphere continued to purify the darkness that enveloped it. In a desperate attempt to regain his strength, the shadow creature began to explore its surroundings, looking for an opportunity to turn the situation in his favor.
My power is weakened here. I need to find a place where darkness prevails.
While exploring, the shadow creature noticed something that favored him. His eyes flashed with malevolent anticipation as he discovered that this world was called Thraxis Nocturne because it was a planet plunged into shadows. The dark entity smiled malevolently as he realized that this planet could provide the darkness needed to revitalize his power.
Ha 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 ha! Thraxis Nocturne, a feast of darkness awaits me!
With amazing speed, the shadow creature launched itself towards the planet, traversing space with great speed. Awamo and Ewin, aware of his intentions, followed closely, determined to stop any attempt by the shadow creature to plunge into the darkness of the planet. As the creature approached Thraxis Nocturne, the darkness of the planet seemed to intensify, as if responding to its presence. The planet's nighttime atmosphere shone with a faint luminosity, offering a fascinating contrast to the surrounding stars.
Ewin, we must prevent the creature from being filled with dark power. If she succeeds, it'll be even more difficult to stop her. Understood, Awamo. We'll not allow the darkness of this planet to fall into the hands of that entity.
The shadow creature descended on Thraxis Nocturne with a terrifying impetus.
As she approached, the darkness seemed to take her in, enveloping her with a gloomy welcome. The shadow creature began to absorb the darkness of the planet, its twisted form vibrating with a new energy as it filled with the essence of Thraxis Nocturne.
Ha 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 ha! Yes, this darkness will strengthen me. Nothing can stop me now.
Awamo and Ewan, wasting no time, headed towards the shadow creature, determined to stop its advance before it became unstoppable. The battle in the shadows of Thraxis Nocturne was about to take a very drastic turn.
We cannot allow this darkness to completely corrupt this creature. We must stop her before she becomes invincible. Your previous strategy was effective, Awamo. Let's keep working together to counter his power.
Deep in the shadows of Thraxis Nocturne, the intense presence of the absorbing shadow creature did not go unnoticed by the most powerful warriors on the planet. Turles, Bardock, Raditz, Frieza, and his brother Cooler felt the darkness increasing around them and, with a mixture of amazement and concern, headed toward the epicenter of the threat.
Something's not right. The darkness in this place is getting denser.
Whatever it is, we cannot let it threaten Thraxis Nocturne. Let's investigate.
The warriors moved nimbly across the gloomy terrain, advancing towards the source of the darkness. As they got closer, the atmosphere became heavier, as if the shadow itself wanted to resist their advance.
The darkness is different. I feel a strange pressure. I'm not afraid of the dark, but this is unusual. Cooler, stay alert.
Understood, Frieza. Let's find out what's going on.
Suddenly, a wave of dark energy erupted before them, revealing the shadow creature that was absorbing the darkness of the planet. His twisted figure and malevolent aura were as evident as the threat he posed to Thraxis Nocturne.
Warriors of this planet, his darkness feeds me. Soon I will be unstoppable.
We won't let you destroy Thraxis Nocturne. Get ready, creature.
The warriors went on the attack, each unleashing their unique power against the dark entity. Turles unleashed his evil aura, releasing bursts of destructive energy. Bardock channeled his Saiyan fury into powerful blows, while Raditz and Cooler coordinated their attacks to create a symphony of destruction. Frieza intensifying the struggle.
This creature doesn't know who he's up against.
Your resistance is useless. Each blow only increases my power.
The shadow creature, powered by the darkness of Thraxis Nocturne, absorbed attacks with defiant ease. Each impact seemed to strengthen rather than weaken it, plunging the warriors into the disturbing reality that they were facing an enemy that fed on its own darkness.
It's not working. He's getting stronger and stronger.
We need to change our strategy. We can't let it absorb all the darkness on the planet.
While the warriors struggled to find an effective strategy, the shadow creature, with its distorted laughter, continued to absorb the darkness, becoming more and more powerful. The Battle of Thraxis Nocturne's survival was at its most critical, and the warriors knew that they had to find a solution before the dark entity became invincible. The dark aura released by the shadow creature enveloped the warriors of Thraxis Nocturne, gradually weakening them. The warriors struggled to stay on their feet as the entity's malevolent energy infiltrated their bodies, obscuring their vital forces.
This is it. Too much.
I can't let that defeat us like this.
The warriors, despite their bravery, were overcome by the darkness emanating from the aura of the shadow creature. At that critical moment, when hope seemed to be fading, a heavenly light pierced the shadows. Awamo and Ewan, the angels charged with protecting Thraxis Nocturne, arrived on the battlefield.
The darkness emanating from this creature is breathtaking. We cannot allow it to take over this planet. Time to show these warriors how to fight true darkness.
The angel spread his wings, and together with the god of destruction, they advanced towards the shadow creature, his presence radiating a luminosity that defied the malevolent nature of the dark aura. As it approached, the dark entity sensed the arrival of divine beings and turned to face the new threat.
Ha 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 ha! More insignificant beings. His light will be devoured by my darkness. Don't underestimate the power of light. Darkness cannot resist the true essence of creation.
Awamo extended his hand, and a purifying light enveloped the battlefield, counteracting the dark effect of the creature's aura. Ewen, on the other hand, deployed the energy of destruction, creating a perfect balance between light and darkness. The shadow creature, for the first time, felt the pressure of forces that it could not easily absorb or resist. The conflict took a turn, and the battle became more intense as the angel and god of destruction faced the dark entity with the unique combination of light and destruction.
The real struggle starts now. We'll protect Thraxis Nocturne from the darkness you represent.
The fight between the angels and the shadow creature reached impressive levels, with bursts of energy illuminating the dark planet of Thraxis Nocturne. Meanwhile, the warriors, freed from the debilitating effects of the dark aura, watched the fight, hoping that their planet would not be destroyed. In the dark skies of Thraxis Nocturne, the stage was transformed into a cosmic battlefield, where divine light and malevolent darkness collided in an epic confrontation. Awamo and Ewen, the guardians of this planet, displayed their celestial power with a grace and precision that defied description. The glow of the purifying light emanating from Ewen and Awamo spread across the space, illuminating the shadows that the shadow creature was trying to grasp. Ewen and Awamo's every move was a ballet of divine energy, as they gracefully dodged the dark attacks encountered with unstoppable force. Awamo's wings shone with a resplendent light, like stars in the night, as he invoked the very essence of creation to repel the dark forces rising up against him. By his side, Ewen radiated an imposing presence, with his penetrating gaze fixed on the creature as it defying the darkness itself. The shadow creature, on the other hand, was fighting with an impressive ferocity, trying to resist the overwhelming power of Ewen and Awamo. Their dark attacks were launched like ravenous shadows, seeking to consume the divine light that surrounded them. However, every attack was countered by the impenetrable force of Ewen and Awamo, who remained firm in their purpose to protect the planet. The clash between light and darkness created a symphony of cosmic energy, with flashes of light and bursts of energy illuminating the firmament. The light will always prevail over the darkness. Your power is formidable, but it cannot resist the purity of creation.
You can't stop me. I'm the very embodiment of darkness.
Darkness can be powerful, but the real strength lies in balance, and we represent that balance. Ewen and Awamo continued to deploy their energy with amazing precision, creating light barriers that repelled the attacks of the shadow creature. Every movement of Ewen and Awamo was imbued with a divine elegance and grace, while the creature struggled with a desperate ferocity. Our mission is to protect the harmony of the universe, and that includes protecting this planet from your darkness.
You can't stop me. I'm inevitable.
The shadow creature launched waves of dark energy, but Ewen and Awamo easily repelled them, maintaining an opposing presence in the midst of battle. Every blow of Ewen and Awamo resonated with the force of creation, while the creature struggled more and more desperately.
The darkness can be a challenge, but our determination's unwavering. We'll not let you destroy this planet.
Your power may be formidable, but it cannot equal the eternal light of the universe.
The battle continued with Ewen and Awamo and the shadow creature facing off in an epic clash between light and dark. In the midst of the struggle, Father Zeno silently watched from his kingdom, perceived the magnitude of the conflict. With an imperceptible gesture, he decided to intervene, taking Ewen and Awamo to a mental plane where they could confront the shadow creature in a terrain beyond the physical. In a flash of dazzling light, Awamo and Ewen were transported to an ethereal realm, where the laws of the universe twisted and blurred.
Where are we, Ewen?
We have entered the realm of the mind, a place where reality is molded according to the will of the observer. Here the real battle be fought in the deepest corners of our being.
While Awamo and Ewen were transported to a mental plane by Father Zeno, the shadow creature continued its fierce assault against the warriors of Thraxis Nocturne. Turles, Bardock, Raditz, Frieza, and Cooler, the most powerful warriors on the planet, rose up against the darkness that threatened to consume their home. The shadow creature, imbued with a dark and malevolent aura, hovered over them with an overwhelming presence. He distorted his energy, enveloping everything around him, tearing reality itself apart, and threatening to plunge the planet into an abyss of chaos.
We won't let you destroy our home, shadow monster.
We, the warriors of Thraxis Nocturne, are not afraid of the dark.
We have faced much greater dangers than you, creature.
We will fight together to protect our world.
The shadow creature launched a powerful dark attack towards the warriors, but they responded with relentless ferocity. Turtles, his eyes shining with determination, unleashed a shower of destructive energy, summoning the very essence of nature to channel it in a torrent of energetic attacks. Their powerful attacks cut through the darkness with devastating precision, creating dazzling explosions that lit up the planet's night sky. Bardock, with his fiery ki and indomitable spirit, channeled his energy into a powerful attack. His fists were burning with a searing intensity as he launched a concentrated burst of energy towards the shadow creature, challenging its strength with its own. Bardock's attack resonated with the determination of an invincible warrior, willing to give everything for the protection of his world. Raditz and Cooler, united in battle, joined in a coordinated assault on the shadow creature. With fluid and coordinated movements, they launched bursts of energy from different angles, creating a barrier of attacks that surrounded their enemy. The shadow creature struggled to defend itself against the combined onslaught of the two powerful warriors, but its resistance was challenged by the determination and skill of Raditz and Cooler. Meanwhile, Frieza, with his golden form glowing with a golden aura, was preparing to unleash his full power against the shadow creature. His eyes shone with a cold and calculated determination as he focused his energy on a devastating attack. With a graceful and precise movement, Frieza unleashed a burst of golden energy that swirled with unparalleled destructive power, threatening to envelop the shadow creature in a mantle of fire and destruction. The battle escalated as the warriors of Thraxis Nocturne bravely faced the darkness that threatened their world. Every blow, every burst of energy echoed through space, creating a spectacle of destruction and determination. Meanwhile, on the mental plane, Awamo and Ewin were engaged in a metaphysical struggle against Father Zeno, an omnipotent entity whose presence radiated an aura of indescribable power. Ewin and Awamo, aware of the gravity of the situation, desperately sought the intervention of Father Zeno to counter the threat of the shadow creature. However, to their surprise, Father Zeno solemnly informed them that they could not intervene directly, since the balance of the universe had to be kept intact even in times of crisis. Awamo and Ewin, although unhappy with Father Zeno's decision, understood the importance of respecting the laws of the cosmos. With determination, they plunged even deeper into the metaphysical struggle, using all their ingenuity and power to find a solution to the crisis unfolding in Thraxis Nocturne. As a confrontation on the mental plane reached its climax, Awamo and Ewin found themselves face to face with the imposing Father Zeno. His figure radiated an indisputable authority, but also an aura of mystery that aroused restlessness in the Ewin and Awamo. Awamo, with his usual serenity, broke the tense silence that filled the ethereal space. "Father Zeno," he began in a firm but respectful tone, "could it be you that... were you the one who sent the shadow creatures to destroy the planets?" Father Zeno, with an unflappable expression, nodded slowly. "I did it for the good of the universe," he replied calmly. Although his voice resonated with a power that shook Ewin and Awamo, sometimes drastic measures must be taken to preserve the cosmic balance. Ewin, with a flash of indignation in his eyes, could not contain himself anymore. "But that doesn't justify the chaos and destruction you've unleashed," he exclaimed, his voice echoing with unshakable determination. "There are other ways to restore balance without resorting to violence and darkness." Father Zeno observed the god of destruction and his angel with a penetrating gaze, as if he were evaluating their words and their posture. "Your compassion is admirable, but sometimes it's necessary to sacrifice a few pieces to save the entire board," he said in an enigmatic tone. Awamo and Ewin exchanged determined glances. Although they respected Father Zeno's authority, they knew that they had to follow their own principles and convictions. With courage, they prepared to challenge the omnipotent being in front of them, willing to fight for what they believed was right, even if it meant facing the divinity itself. The air on the mental plane was charged with tension, as Awamo and Ewin prepared to face Father Zeno. Their divine auras collided in a show of titanic forces, as Ewin and Awamo prepared to challenge the supreme being in front of them. Awamo, with his heavenly book in hand, looked at Father Zeno with determination. "Father Zeno, although we respect your authority, we cannot allow you to continue with this destruction," he stated firmly. "We'll fight for peace and balance in the universe. even if it means standing up to you.
Father Zeno, with an impenetrable calm, nodded in recognition.
Your courage is admirable, but you will not be able to stop me,
he replied calmly.
The fate of the universe is in my hands, and I'll do whatever it takes to preserve its balance.
Without further words, the battle began with a burst of divine energy. Awamo unleashed his celestial power, summoning rays of light that he threw against Father Zeno, while Ewan threw waves of energy with determination. However, Father Zeno showed impressive resilience, deflecting every attack with surprising ease. The fight went on for what seemed like an eternity, with Ewan and Awamo and Father Zeno trading punches and counterpunches in a cosmic dance of power and skill. Every movement was imbued with a supernatural force, while the mental plane trembled under the intensity of his conflict. However, as time passed, Awamo and Ewan began to feel the weight of their opponent. Father Zeno's power was overwhelming, and every blow Ewan and Awamo received weakened them even more. Despite their bravery and determination, it seemed that they were fighting against an impossible-to-defeat force. Awamo, panting from the effort, looked at his companion with concern.
"Ewan, we can't go on like this,"
he admitted sincerely.
"Father Zeno's too powerful for us."
Ewan, though exhausted, nodded determinedly.
"I know, Awamo, but we can't give up,"
he replied firmly.
"We must keep fighting, for Thraxis Nocturne, and for all beings in the universe."
With a final effort, Ewan and Awamo gathered their forces to launch a final attack against Father Zeno. However, the Supreme Being easily overcame them, deflecting his power with a contemptuous gesture. Father Zeno looked at Ewan and Awamo with a mixture of admiration and regret.
"They're brave, but their struggle has come to an end," he solemnly declared. "Accept your defeat and let fate take its course."
With a resigned sigh, Awamo and Ewan surrendered to Father Zeno's overwhelming strength. Although they had fought with all their heart and soul, they knew that they could not defeat the Supreme Being in front of them. Father Zeno, with a compassionate look, looked at them benevolently.
"Rest now, my brave creations,"
he said gently.
"His bravery will be remembered throughout the universe."
Father Zeno, with an unflappable expression, extended his hand towards the exhausted Ewan and Awamo. In an instant, a powerful burst of cosmic energy emanated from his palm, enveloping Awamo and Ewan in a dazzling radiance. Ewan and Awamo screamed in agony as Father Zeno's energy enveloped them, feeling every fiber of their being torn apart under the relentless power of the Supreme Being. Their bodies, imbued with divine light, were slowly consumed in the maelstrom of energy, fading little by little into the aether of the cosmos. Awamo and Ewan fought with all their might to resist the cataclysm that engulfed them, but it was useless. The power of Father Zeno surpassed them in every respect, and they were soon reduced to mere shadows of their former glory. With the last gasp, Awamo and Ewan exploded, leaving body parts all over the mental space, dissipating into cosmic nothingness while their essence merged with the universe. At that precise moment, we return to the earthly plane, where the fierce battle between the most powerful warriors of Thraxis Nocturne and the shadow creature was reaching its climax. Bursts of energy and thunderous crashes echoed in the air, while Bardock, in the middle of the combat, glimpsed Awamo and Ewan, who were lying unconscious on the ground, enveloped in a halo of divine light. Surprise and dismay were reflected on the faces of the warriors, who momentarily stopped their frantic struggle upon realizing the situation. Bardock, his eyes wide open, watched in horror as Ewan and Awamo's bodies began to shake, emanating flashes of energy that increased in intensity with each passing second. A tense silence enveloped the battlefield as everyone watched the scene in disbelief. Suddenly, a heart-rending explosion echoed in the air, making the earth and sky tremble. Bardock and the other warriors were thrown back by the force of the explosion, protecting themselves as best as they could from the shockwave that was spreading around them. When the afterglow of the explosion faded, what was left was a smoking crater where Awamo and Ewan once stood. The warriors slowly stood up, stunned by what they had just witnessed, as the shadow creature, now shrouded in an even denser darkness, prepared to lash out again before the protecting warriors of Thraxis Nocturne. Bardock clenched his fist determinedly, feeling a mixture of sadness and fury burn inside him. He knew that they must continue the fight, not only for the honor of their planet, but also in memory of their brave fallen guardians.
With a war cry, the warriors rushed into combat again, determined to avenge the loss of their comrades and protect their home from the darkness that threatened to consume it. After the devastating explosion that killed Awamo and Ewen, the warriors of Thraxis Nocturne gathered in a circle, still stunned by what had happened. Bardock, with a gloomy look, broke the silence with a grave tone.
Damn it! What the hell just happened?
Turles, frowning, shook his head in disbelief.
I don't know, but we can't let this sacrifice be in vain. We need to get this thing over with once and for all.
Raditz, with his fist clenched, furiously nodded determinedly.
You're right! Awamo and Ewen gave their lives to protect this planet. We cannot disappoint his sacrifice.
Frieza, with his usual impassive expression, spoke in a cold and calculated tone.
The death of Ewen and Awamo should not be in vain. We must unite and concentrate our efforts on defeating that shadow creature.
Cooler, with a serious look, added determinedly,
We are facing an unprecedented threat, but if we fight together, we can overcome it. Let's do it for the honor of Thraxis Nocturne, for the legacy of our brave comrades.
Bardock nodded solemnly, his jaw tense with determination.
So, are we in agreement? We'll fight together until the end and avenge our fallen.
The warriors nodded in agreement, sharing a look of determination and unity. With their hearts filled with determination, they prepared to face once again the darkness that threatened their home. As the warriors prepared to face the shadow creature again, a fierce determination burned in their hearts. Turles, feeling the energy of the battle, was the first to unleash his power.
It's time to show them our true power!
With a powerful scream, Turles wrapped himself in an aura of energy. Her dark hair turned golden and her eyes shone with a dazzling intensity. The energy of the Super Saiyan emanated from his being, infusing strength and determination into his entire being. Raditz, inspired by Turtle's example, followed suit.
It's my turn!
With a burst of energy, Raditz's dark hair bristled, turning golden just like his brother's. His ki increased dramatically, emanating a commanding presence that filled the battlefield. Seeing the transformation of his comrades, Bardock also joined the fray.
I can't stay behind!
With a battle cry, Bardock unleashed all his power. His fiery aura enveloped him in a higher golden glow. His energy increased to astronomical levels, propelling him towards a higher form of his race. Frieza, observing the transformation of the Saiyans, did not want to be left behind.
The time has come to show my true strength.
With a burst of energy, Frieza transformed into his golden form of maximum power similar to 100% full power. His body radiating a golden glow. His power multiplied several times, turning him into an unstoppable force that rivaled the sunlight itself. Cooler, feeling the energy surrounding him, decided to join the fight with all his might.
It's time to unleash my true potential.
With a flash of energy, Cooler transformed into his metallic form, his body glowing with a metallic luster. His stamina and power increased exponentially, making him an invincible force that would defy even the gods. With their transformations complete, the warriors of Thraxis Nocturne once again faced the shadow creature with renewed determination and a power that eclipsed any darkness. In the skies of Thraxis Nocturne, the battle continued as the transformed warriors faced off against the shadow creature, a being whose dark power threatened to devour everything in its path. With each of the warriors unleashing their full potential, the cosmos trembled under the force of their epic showdown. The golden aura of Turles, Raditz, and Bardock, combined with the imposing presence of Frieza and Cooler in their transformed forms, formed a dazzling spectacle in the night sky. Energy flickered around them, lighting up the darkness with golden and silver flashes as they prepared for the final showdown. The shadow creature, sensing his power of his adversaries, emanated a rumbling roar that echoed through the planet. His dark form seemed to twist and distort as he prepared for the final assault.
It's time to end this once and for all!
With a battle cry, Turles lunged forward. His speed increased by his Super Saiyan form. The shadow creature responded with an onslaught of dark energy, but Turles nimbly dodged it, moving with astonishing speed across the battlefield. Raditz and Bardock followed Turles' lead, attacking with relentless ferocity. Their blows echoed in the air, each one charged with the strength of his determination and the desire to protect his home planet. The shadow creature's attacks were swift and fierce, but the Saiyans deftly dodged them, responding with even more powerful blows.
Father, let's keep the pressure on this thing. We can't let it destroy our home.
I know. We're not going to allow this monster to destroy Thraxis Nocturne. Our power is more than enough to end it.
That's right. You taught us to fight with courage and determination. We'll not back down before this creature is destroyed.
Take this!
The shadow creature dodged Bardock's attack with agility, launching its counterattack with its sharp claws.
Careful, Father.
Don't worry about me. I'm more than ready for this.
And take this too.
Raditz's attacks hit the shadow creature hard, but it quickly recovered and counterattacked with a surge of dark energy.
Damn, this thing's tougher than I thought.
We can't give up now. Our planet depends on us.
You're right. Let's show you what we're capable of.
The two Saiyans launched into the air attack once more with renewed determination. Their blows echoed in the air, each one charged with the strength of his determination and the desire to protect his home planet. The shadow creature, although resistant, was overcome by the ferocity of the Saiyans. Turles, with his golden hair flowing behind him, launched a quick series of precise punches, each one carrying with it the power of his transformation into Super Saiyan. His movements were fluid and graceful, as if he were dancing around his enemy, dodging every attack with impressive agility.
There's no escape for you, monster. Your darkness can't compete with the power of the Super Saiyan.
With a battle cry, Turles lashed out at the shadow creature, striking with overwhelming force. Every blow resounded in the air, shaking the battlefield with its power. The shadow creature was fighting desperately, but its attacks seemed weak compared to Turles' ferocity. Meanwhile, Raditz and Bardock were continuing their assault on the shadow creature. Their attacks were coordinated and precise, each complementing the other in a deadly dance of destruction. The shadow creature found itself increasingly cornered, unable to cope with the combined might of the Saiyans.
Come on, Father. We know we can stop this thing.
I know, Raditz. Let's keep pushing until there's nothing left of this creature.
With renewed determination, the two Saiyans redoubled their efforts, launching a series of devastating attacks against the shadow creature. Each blow echoed in the air, carrying with it the weight of his determination and the desire to protect his home planet. Frieza and Cooler were watching the battle intently from a distance, their cold gazes evaluating every move of the Saiyans and the shadow creature. As the fight intensified, they noticed with increasing concern how the shadow creature began to gain more strength, releasing a dark energy that threatened to destabilize this situation.
It seems that the things are getting more complicated than I expected.
Yes, the shadow creature seems to be gaining ground. If we don't intervene soon, we could face an even more dangerous situation.
With a cold determination, Frieza and Cooler exchanged a glance before heading towards the battlefield. His presence made itself felt immediately. His overbearing aura flooded the area as they prepared to face the shadow creature.
Looks like we need to intervene before things get out of control.
I agree. We cannot allow the shadow creature to wreak more havoc on our planet.
With surprising speed, Frieza and Cooler launched into action, deploying all the power in an effort to contain the shadow creature. His attacks were precise and devastating, each blow carrying with it the weight of his determination and the desire to protect his home. However, the shadow creature was not going to be easily defeated. With a thunderous scream, he split into 4 separate beings, each one darker and more malevolent than the last. The earth trembled under their weight as they advanced towards the warriors, ready to unleash their fury on them.
It seems that this creature has more tricks up its sleeves than we thought.
It doesn't matter. We have our own tricks.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well, guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now, don't forget to leave your powerful like, Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now, without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.